Thank you to anyone who voted in my poll on Twitter about which video I should do next. As you can see, the drugstore full face haul, whatever you want to call this video, kind of won out. I went and I grabbed a whole bunch of products from Target and Walmart that are cruelty free.
Going so fast tonight. Have you ever...
To begin today's tutorial, gotta put on my ears. I did like a nice little drugstore haul. Alright, so I've already moisturized my face and I used the EHEVxx Nourishing Daily Moisturizer, and I've already went ahead and moisturized my lips using the Rose Lollipop Lip Balm by Lush. I'm going to go ahead and hop right in with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I'm going to go a little more heavy-handed on my nose. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the NYX HD Studio Concealer. I'm going to go ahead and set that concealer with the RCMA No Color Powder. So I picked up the Wet n Wild All Naturel palette in Nude Awakening. Pretty good mix of shimmers and mattes. But before I go in to the actual eye, I want to go ahead and grab some of that RCMA powder and kind of stamp out a line. The first brush I'm going to pick up is kind of like a bigger fluffy brush. Pick up this color right here as the transition color. I'm going to just sweep that all across the crease, and I'm going to go right in and start with circle motions, going back and forth like a windshield wiper instead of just doing windshield wiper right away. I think I'm actually going to take the same shade that we used for the transition, and I'm going to kind of start blending that on the edges because I am going to go ahead and do a halo eye.
You've got one life to live.
I'm going to pick up this more like deep maroon shade.
Let it go. You've got one life to live. She's singing. You've got one.
I'm going ahead and go back into that dusty shade just to kind of blend out the edges. So as you can see, the color on this eye is getting really high up. Don't worry, we will be knocking that back down. My makeup technique is basically be super messy and then clean it up after. Now I'm going to take a clean brush, but I'm going in with that kind of warm vanilla shade. I'm just going to go over the top and kind of knock back down that color. I'm loading up my brush with product, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray it with NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. I kind of want to go with this more orangey shade. I'm going to go ahead and grab this more pinky color. I'm going to layer it on top of the orange. So I am going to go ahead and take my medium fluffy brush and go back in with that dusty color, that dusty rose color that we used for the transition, and just kind of pat it around our shimmer shades. And the final touch is to take an angled brush, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with that really matte black shadow that we were playing with earlier. So I'm going to go in with the NYX HD Studio Concealer in green, and I'm going to dot this on any of my overly red blemishes. Then I'm going in with my beauty blender and make a weird faces while I do it. For foundation, I'm trying this out. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Nude Ivory. I have seen this online. I've seen this reveal online a lot. It's got like the cool little spatula thing. So this is probably not the most hygienic thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and paint my face. And the rumors are true. It smells exactly like paint. Great. The hype is real. Make sure you drag it down your neck. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the NYX HD Concealer in Porcelain. I'm going to go over any of my blemishes as well. So this concealer blends out really easily. I'm going to go ahead and set it with my RCMA No Color Powder, aka my Ride or Die. Then I'm going to take the Beauty Blender with the RCMA powder. I'm going to kind of bake my laugh line. And I'm also going to bake the tip of my nose and down the bridge of my nose. Now we're going to get into eyebrows. I picked up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. So for my brows, I always brush my brow hairs up and kind of away. Kind of draw a straight line to like right here to where the arch is supposed to be. And then I draw a line down and I try to make it more curved right there. And while the brow hairs are still brushed up like that, I want to take that as like my template for getting the tail. So I'm going to take a different angled brush. I'm going to take whatever powder is left over from before and just kind of stamp out the inner corners of my brows. Alright, so I'm using this big powder brush. I like it because it diffuses the powder really nicely. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and finish up the eyes. So I'm going to go back into the All Natural palette. So I'm taking that matte kind of burgundy, brownish burgundy shade, and I'm going to pack it in first just because I know that these shades do create a lot of fallout now. And then I'm going to take that like dusty shade, smoke it out even further. And I'm going to take that light pink glittery shade. I'm going to pack it on right in the inner corner. So this is the Butter Bronzer in Light Bronzer. Alright, so the next step is to do my contour. It's the NYX Blush in Taupe. So it's like in this little tiny pan right here. You can tell that it's been well loved, but you have to go really light with it. I'm going to go ahead and take my Beauty Blender. Since this is the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, it's got like that flat edge right there. And I'm going to take it on the edge and draw a line. Next step is blush. I went ahead and I picked up the Wet n Wild Coloricon Ombre blush.
Can you let go of it all?
Alright, and at this point, I will go ahead and I'll brush off that bake right there. So this is what I've been most excited for. It's the Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighting powder, but it's in the shade Precious Petals. Ooh, okay. Now I'm going to go back into the All Naturel palette and I'm going to grab that like shimmery pink shade.
You've got one life to live, don't let it.
And then back with the E36 brush, I'm going to take the same shimmery pink shade and kind of apply it to my Cupid's bow. Another thing that I've been super excited to try out is the Pixi Glow Mist. I know I have to shake it because it separates. But I'm just going to do this so that the powders all kind of melt into my skin. Is that too much? That really kind of smoothed out everything. That's awesome. So I am going to take NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. And I am going to go ahead and I grabbed the Pixi by Petra Brow Tamer and the Lower Lash Line Mascara. This is the Wet n Wild Volume Waterproof Hydrofuge Mascara. That's a really long name. Alright, now for lips. So I picked up a gray shade. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my Ardell lashes. I used the Ardell Demi Wispies and use my Duo glue, and I'll be right back. Alright, my lash glue is still drying, but this is the finished look. I think it turned out really nicely. Check the description box down below for all the products that I've used in this video, and also to follow all of my social media sites, my Twitter and my Instagram. Comment down below what your favorite drugstore products to use are. If there's any that I missed, or if you have any special tricks, please let me know. If you like this video, please make sure you thumbs it up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye guys.